Howdy, grammar students! I'm Chelsea with Let's Talk. Today, let's break down there is and there are. So, normally, when you use the word there, you're talking about some kind of place. Where's my bike? Oh, it's over there. It's there. It's there. It's a place, right? When we use there is or there are, it is not at all related to place. We use there is and there are to say that something exists. So let me give you some examples. In this room, there is a whiteboard. And that I'm writing on. There is a whiteboard. There are markers. They exist. We can use it for physical things like whiteboard, like markers. I could say there are 2,000 people at school. They are physically there at the school. But we can also use it for kind of ideas or events. I could say there is a war in Canada. A war is happening. A war exists. Or there are some problems on your test. Some problems exist. Or there are 2 things I need: a cat and coffee. There are 2 things that exist in my needs, all right? So, the strange thing about there is and there are is, is and are the verbs, obviously, and there comes before the verbs, but there is not the subject of these sentences. The subject is actually after is and are. So when I say there is a whiteboard is the subject of this sentence. It's weird, I know. So you conjugate is or are based on the next word. A whiteboard, just one, is. Markers, 2, are. 2,000 people, are. A war, is. Problems, are. Things, are. So the subject comes after the verb, and the verb is conjugated based on that subject. All right. We can do contractions here. I could say there's a whiteboard. There's a marker. There's a teacher. But we don't contract there are. There sound like a dog. No there are, just there's. To make it negative, we've got 2 options. I can say there is not a problem. Actually, I'll do this in red. There is not a problem, Or I can say, there is no problem. So we can do not after the verb, or we can do no before whatever that subject is. There's no problem, there's not a problem. For plurals, I could say, there are no problems. Or there are not any problems. If you use no with that singular subject, no get rid of the article. Not there is no a problem, but there is no problem. There are no problems. All right. Questions. We'll do question word to be. There are subject and anything else in the end. Why is there a bed? In the kitchen. Why is there a bed in the kitchen? I don't know. I get tired when I cook. Or are there any tests on Friday? I can give the full answer. Yes, there are tests on Friday. Or the short answer. Yes, there are. Or no, there aren't. Okay, now maybe some of you noticed something. In my question here, are there any tests on Friday? With my plural subject, I added this word any. I also used it when I said there are not any problems. So, any is a word that we use in questions or in negative statements. And they always have a plural subject. Are there any tests? There are not any problems. Okay? So try to remember to use any in our plural questions and our plural negative statements, okay? You'll sound more natural, like an American speaker. Okay, there is no more for me to teach you about there is and there are. I'm Chelsea, reminding you it's not nerdy being wordy. Down in the comments, tell me some things there are at your house. Let's talk again soon.